Hey guys, Raider here. Hope you're all doing great and having a fantastic day. Well, unfortunately, I have some bad news to share with you guys. So after daily driving the Galaxy Z Fold 3 here for a year, I've had it since launch, I am starting to get cracks on the bottom and top portion of the screen, right where the crease is. So right where you bend it right here. I'm going to put a couple photos up on the screen. So one of them is the same page I'm on now, which is my YouTube analytics. It shows up real easy here, especially when I turn on the nav bar. Like if I have the gestures enabled, it kind of pulls down the analytics button down into the crack, so to speak, where the pixels are dying. But if I leave it right here, it shows up pretty easily. Like I can see it right here. You guys probably aren't going to see it. But when I put these pictures up here, you'll see here in my YouTube analytics and as well as Google Chrome on any type of white type of screen, you can easily see a line of pixels that are dying, and they look kind of like they're getting this rainbow effect. And also right at the bottom portion of the screen, you can see there's like some red and purplish hues. So the thing is this started last week. I noticed it when I had my contact lenses out, in which case I can't see good when it's this far away. However, when I have the device up super close to my eyes like that, I'm able to see all the pixels. Like I've always been able to do that. I was like born with really bad eyes. But I do have that benefit of being able to see things really good up close, like really good. Like it's incredible. And I noticed last week, well, it kind of noticed me because you can't unsee it. This big line here in the bottom started forming and it was very apparent. And like first I was freaking out. I'm like, wow, it's got to be the app or something. I was in my analytics, the same app that I'm in right now. And I started moving things around, clicking on different pages. And then I started opening up Google Chrome and different apps that have a white background, and I see it on everything. And here's the kicker. I know for sure it's not a placebo type effect because if I file my thumbnail and I run it along the center of the screen back and forth, it feels totally smooth until I get right here where this analytic button is. And as I go down, you can just feel a big giant crack in the screen. When I mean big and giant, yeah, I'm kind of exaggerating, but as far as feeling it with my nail across the screen right there, yeah, no, it is very obvious, definitely concerning. And it's also the same thing up here, but much less. Like I'm just starting to feel it right at the top here, and that's where I'm just starting to see it. You're not even going to see this on camera on the top or anything. And I can't really get it to show up in any shots. However, this bottom one is visible, and it's gotten worse since last week. That's why I'm doing the video about it. I'm not trying to be a buzzkill. You know, we've got the Fold 4 coming out, which I have coming in the way. So this is like not a detrimental enough thing for me to not want to own foldables anymore. I mean, it's kind of not really surprising, especially considering I consider myself a power user as far as how much I use my device. And I probably fold and unfold this thing 200 to 300 times a day. I'd say probably the average for most people is 40 to 50, but for me, I'm on this thing from sunup to sundown. Actually, it's dark when I start work, and it's dark when I'm done using it, so even after that. And I have gotten a ton of use out of this device, and it's been epic. I really do love it. I do recommend the Folds to everybody. But in addition to that, I do recommend you get Care Plus. That's the whole premise of this video. Get Care Plus when you're buying the Z Fold 4. We're supposed to get it for free, but when I talked to a chat person on Samsung's site, they told me that's not the case. So if anything happens to my Fold 4, I'm going to raise hell about that because that's supposed to be part of the whole pre-order deal, and I did do the pre-order. But for those of you that aren't pre-ordering, or if you see this video after the pre-order ends and you're thinking about picking up a foldable, I can't stress enough, especially if you're going to have it for longer than a year, to go ahead and get some type of insurance on it. Whether you get it through your carrier, whether you get Care Plus through Samsung, just don't take the chance. I treat my devices pretty good. I'd say I do a nice job of keeping them intact and clean and, you know, in pretty good serviceable condition. And the thing is this has just kind of happened naturally from folding and unfolding the phone. So this can happen to you and you need to be aware of it. So here's the thing. If I'm just looking at it regular like this, I can't really notice it. I can see a very, very faint line. But like I said, with my contact lenses out, I can easily see it. But here's a way you can mimic my vision if you have good vision and you want to be able to tell if your screen is starting to deteriorate. Just grab yourself a cheap magnifying glass and put your screen on a white background like this one here. Like pick Google Chrome, or I got YouTube Studio here. And if you can't find any apps, just go into settings and switch your theme from dark mode to light mode. Take this magnifying glass and start at the bottom and just work your way up through the crease. And you will start to see the line. Like, I'll do this right on camera here. Oh no, I can definitely see it right there going up into the analytics. And you'll go up through your crease. Go up to the top, and right here at the top, I can see a very faint line. I can see this a lot better with my contact lens out than with the magnifying glass, but it's still enough of a tool to actually pick it up. So for you Fold 2 and Fold 3 owners that have had your devices for a while, grab yourself a magnifying glass real quick, put it on a nice bright white screen, turn the brightness up really bright, and just do a quick pixel peep. Start at the bottom, go all the way to the top in that crease, and you can also check it too by what I was telling you. Just rub your fingernail after you file it, right? Make sure it's nice and smooth. Run it across here. I'm telling you guys, this is no BS or anything. Like, I feel it right there. I literally feel a crack in the screen developing. So for me personally, not a big deal because this is getting traded into Samsung. Samsung, enjoy your cracked screen phone because I won't be anymore. Switching over to the Fold 4. But for those of you considering foldable devices, this is something I want you to keep in mind. You should definitely keep it in mind. Get the insurance, get some type of protection, because even as much as I baby my phone, I'm starting to develop problems myself after a year. All right, guys, just kind of a public service announcement. I know it's kind of a bummer video, but it's real life. You know, my Fold 3, unfortunately, is starting to take a turn for the worse, and I figured I'd share the experience with you guys so you're aware of it and you know what to look for and how to look for it. Get yourself a magnifying glass. It's the only way. You're not going to really see the onset of it with regular vision, but you can with a magnifying glass, and you can if you just rub your nail over it, just a little bit like this, real gently. You'll feel the crack in it. That's what's going on with mine. More positive videos to come. We've got a lot more of the new devices coming. We'll be covering every device from the Unpacked 2022 event. And as always, thanks for watching.